वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। साक्षात् कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। When you log in, when your name is in the waiting room, you please wait till I admit you. If you keep on logging, your name will appear many times. I can see here the name of a person, Pratibha, appearing 3 times. They are already admitted twice. Again and again logging in, so many times it's appearing, and therefore the person will not be able to join the class. The same problem happened yesterday also. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Nrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketase Cha. Mantra number 13. First chapter, third section, 13th mantra. You can chant after me. Tat pratipatti upayam aga
tat pratipatti upayamah
yachet vang manasi pragyah
त्वां मनसि प्राज्ञः
tad yachet jnana atmani
आत्मनि
jnana atmani mahati niyachet
ज्ञानात्मनि महति
tad yachet chanta atmani
आत्मनि.
Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes.
I don't have any internet problem here. My internet is all right. That person is not able to join, one person. typing his name many times. What can I do? Okay.
I guess they need to know the feature, the new Zoom
Once
admitting process. They need to know that, Shirley. Probably they are not. They're thinking that something is wrong with their connection.
they have to wait. Once
Yeah,
the name
right.
is entered, they're in the waiting room. They have to wait. Keep on entering the name again and again. Your name will appear 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah,
Even if I admit, you won't be able to join.
right. This is new, recently started. Yeah.
Now she has joined. Pratibhaji, you enter your
Sorry.
name once, and if your name is in the waiting room, wait. If you keep
Sorry,
on
I thought-
entering your name will appear 3 or 4 times. Already I admitted, but you will be still in the waiting room and you won't be able to join.
No, sir. I don't enter again, but I don't know. Something maybe internet connection problem.
No,
My-
here my internet is fine. You enter
No,
your
maybe-
name and just be in the waiting room. It will get admitted. Then fine. But your name
Sorry.
appeared 3 or 4 times.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
We'll start. Continue the class now.
Thank you, sir.
Yachet Vang Manasi Prajnaha Tadyachet Jnanam Atmani. Jnane, yes, Sandhi is there. Many places. It's a good mantra for splitting these and knowing the Sandhi rules. Yachet, then Vang, Vak plus Manasi becomes Vang Manasi. So all the Sandhi rules what we learned, applying that you can split Vak plus Manasi, Vang Manasi. Yachet becomes Yachet. Prajnaha. Tad Yachet. And Jnane Atmani. Tadyache is a chakara, chatva sandhi. Jnane Atmani. Jnane Atmani. Jnana Atmani. So it is Jnane, Saptami Bhakti. Jnane. In the Jnana, in the Jnanam. Jnanam here is Buddhi. You will see that. Jnanam Atmani Magati Niyachet. Tad Yachet. Again, Shanta Atmani becomes Chanta Atmani. Chatva sandhi. Chatva sandhi. Shante Atmani. Shanta Atmani. Shante Atmani iti. Hello.
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
What was the last word you heard? Last word. Niyachet.
Yeah, that's it. Jnana Atman. Yeah.
Tadyachet. Jnana Atmani is over. Jnane Atmani. After that, I said the second line also. Jnanam.
Mahati, up to Mahati, I heard.
Okay. Jnanam Atmani. Magati Niyachet. Niyachet Shanta Atmani. There also Chatva sandhi and Shante Atmani. Shante Atmani. Shanta Atmani. There also sandhi is there. Anyway. So you have to split the sandhi, identify the individual padam. Now we have to see the meaning of the mantra. I think we saw the meaning of the mantra in the last class. Let me give you the simple meaning of the mantra. Yachet, that is a Kriya Padam. Yachet means dissolve. What? Katha Yachet Prajnaha. Prajnaha Yachet. Prajnaha. Prajnaha means Viveki. Jignasu. The Purusha, the person. The Viveki Purushaha. Jignasu. Prajnaha means that Viveki The Viveki Niyachet. Niyachet means Upasamharet. Bhashyakara will say. Upasamharet. Resolve. Upasamhara. Upasamharet. Niyachet. So Prajnaha, that is Viveki, Dhiraha, Vidwan, Niyachet, Upasamharet, dissolve, Niyamayet. You can give many words for that. Niyachet. Should withdraw, resolve. Yada samharate chayam purmonganiva sarvashaha. Gita also the same. What is that? That is the withdrawing, the resolution. As the kurma withdraws all the sense organs when it senses a danger, it withdraws. That withdrawing, that resolution, that is Echet, Niyachet, Samharet, Niyamayet, iti. Kaha prajnaha. What? Vak. You should resolve the vak. Vak means speech. Vak is speech. Vak is only an upalakshana. We saw, I told that vak is only a upalakshana. Vagindriya. Vak is Vagindriya. Vak is speech, the words. It is Vagindriya. It stands for all the other indriyas. All Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya. That is why it is only an upalakshanam. The Vak will bring all the other indriyas. It is called upalakshana. Eyes are the upalakshana for all the Jnanendriya. Eyes cannot see. Suppose we say eyes cannot see. It means through indriyas, it is not available for perception. Eyes stands for Jnanendriya. By Vak, you cannot catch it. It means Vak stands for Karmendriya. But here Vak stands for all the indriyas. Whether it is Karmendriya or Jnanendriya. That is called upalakshana. That is, a given word stands for all the other words which goes along with that. A given word, by a given word, other words which go along with that also are understood. That is called upalakshana. That is called upalakshana. Here the Vak has no function with regard to discovering the Vastu, the Brahma. Therefore, it resolves into the mind. It resolves into the mind, Manasi. How does it resolve? How does the resolution takes place? The resolution takes place, the resolution, dissolution, the withdrawing, it takes place like a pot is withdrawn into clay. Like the shirt is withdrawn into the fabric. And the fabric is withdrawn into yarn. And yarn into fibers. It is nothing but fibers. The fiber only, all the materials or the cloth materials, everything come into existence. Fiber is a basic thing. Fiber to yarn, yarn to fabric, fabric to shirt. The shirt is nothing but finally it is fiber. You have to resolve the shirt to fiber. Resolving the shirt to fabric, fabric to yarn, yarn to fiber. That is the resolution. That is the resolution. So, similarly, the Vakendriya Upalakshita Indriya Jatam, that Samugha, that Indriya Samugha, the group, Manasi Niyachet. Manasi Niyachet Upasamharet. It should be withdrawn into the mind. Vakpadena Sarvendriya Vrittinam Draganam. One commentator says, and these Vak are the Indriyas, resolving that into the mind. Mind is Manas. Manasi is there in the mantra. It is Chandasam. It is Chandasam. Manasi, it must be Manasi, Rasva. Saptami Bhakti Ekavachanam. Manas Shabda. Sakaranta Shabda, Manasi, Manasoho, Manassu, it will be. But Manasi is it is Chandasam. It is Chandasam. Therefore, Prajnaha, Vak, that is Vacham, Manasi, Yachet, Niyachet. It is Niyachet. Resolving the organ of speech into the mind. If mind is not there, organ of speech is not there. Organ of speech is not there. If mind is not there, you cannot talk. You cannot think, therefore you cannot talk. You cannot talk mindlessly. That is not possible. That is possible, but without mind you cannot talk. So the Vak has no existence. The Vak has no existence independent of the mind. Mind is important. In fact, backed up by the mind only, all the sense organs function. Therefore, resolving back the Vaka, the Indriya, into its cause, Manas iti. So, Vak, all the Indriyas. Vak is only an Upalakshana, I said. Upalakshate anena iti Upalakshana. All the other similar things, other sense organs, we have to understand. All the other nine sense organs, we have to understand. So, resolving the organs into the mind. That is the meaning of Yachet Vam Manasik Prajnaha. Then the second line, Tad Yachet Jnana Atmani. Tat Yachet Jnane Atmani. Tat refers to Tat, what has been, into what was resolved previously, the Vagadi Indriyas. That is referred by the word pronoun Tat, that is Manas. Tat, that is Manaha, Niyachet. Putra Jnane Atmani. That mind, the mind should be resolved into Jnane Atmani. Jnana Atmani. That mind, Jnane stands for Buddhi. Jnane Atmani, Niyachet. Jnane Atmani, Niyachet. The mind is resolved into the Buddhi. Mind is Samshayatmikam Manaha. Nishchayatmika Buddhihi. So, therefore, Nishchayatmika Buddhi, the mind will be dissolved when Nishchayatmika Buddhi takes place. So, mind represents doubts, Sankalpa, Vikalpa, all these things are the mind. When Buddhi dominates, all the Sankalpa, Vikalpa, they are resolved into the Buddhi. Therefore, Manas should be resolved into the Buddhi. You can interpret in another way also. Buddhi represents the Vijnanamaya Kosha. The Buddhi represents the Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is the Karta. That stands for the Kartrikaraka. And mind is only an Karana, an instrument. So Karta is Buddhi. Mind is only a Karanam. Therefore, resolve the Karanam into the Kartra Buddhi. The mind is resolved into Kartra Buddhi. Mind is only a Karanam. Therefore, mind will have this cognition, Idam Vritti. Because mind thinks. It is Sankalpa, Vikalpa, pros and cons, thinking. That is, thinking is the function of the mind. So, thinking is there, therefore thoughts will be there. What thoughts? Idam vritti. Anything other than you, that idam vritti, this, that idam vritti. So, mind will have idam vritti and Buddhi is Karta. Buddhi stands for the Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is the Karta, which will have Agam Buddhi. So, Buddhi is Agam Buddhi. So, resolving the Idam Buddhi into Agam Buddhi. resolving the mind into the buddhi. So here the word jnane atmani. Atmani is in the sense of not Satchidananda Atma. Atmani in the sense of that the mind which pervades the mind, the Atman, that Atmani stands for the buddhi, which pervades the mind and the indriyas. Which pervades the mind and the indriyas. Really speaking, mind and buddhi, they are not different. I mean, the manas and buddhi, they are not different. Mind is a word we use in English to represent all these, the four components of mind. Four components, that is manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. All this put together is called mind in English. Generally, mind, when we use the word mind, translated as manas. But manas is a part of the antakarana. Sometimes we use mind for indicating all the four also. So we have to understand contextually. Antakaranam, that is the right word. Antakaranam has got four parts. In fact, not four parts. It is only one antakaranam. It takes different roles. Takes different roles. Manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, iti. Sometimes we use the word mind only for manas. So here it is used mind. Mind is resolved into the buddhi. And buddhi is denoted by the word atma iti. So atmani, buddhi. Atmani, jnane atmani. That is, buddhi pervades the mind and the other indriyas. Because buddhi is nischayatmika buddhi. So it is superior. Therefore, resolve the mind into the buddhi. Niyachet. Jnanam, that is buddhi. Atmani magati niyachet. Atmani, one should resolve the individual buddhi. The next one now. The next one. Jnanam atmani magati niyachet. Magati. The next second line. This buddhi, that jnanam stands for buddhi. Jnanam means buddhi here. Not jnanam means here. Not that knowledge. Buddhi also knowledge. But here jnanam we have to take it as buddhi. This buddhi, atmani magati niyachet. Magati atmani. Mahanatma. We have heard this word. Mahanatma is Hiranyagarbha. Magatah parama vyaktam. In the previous mantras, we have seen Mahanatma iti. Magati atmani is Hiranyagarbha. That is samashti buddhi. Mahanatma. Hiranyagarbha. Total buddhi. So this jnanam, which is vyashti buddhi, magati atmani niyachet. One should resolve the individual buddhi into Mahan Atma, Hiranyagarbha, that is total buddhi. That is, Vyashti should be resolved into Samashti. Vyashti is resolved into Samashti, the solution. The individual buddhi, this individual buddhi doesn't exist apart from the Samashti buddhi. Vyashti buddhi doesn't have existence apart from Samashti buddhi. Therefore, resolving the Vyashti buddhi into Samashti buddhi. So starting from Vak up to here, Vak to Manas, Manas to Vyashti buddhi to Samashti buddhi. Up to this, Niyachet, this dissolution was talked about, which is whose context is, or whose the field is Anatma. So one Anatma is resolved into another Anatma. Anatma to Anatma. Now Hiranyagarbha has come. Hiranyagarbha is Samashti buddhi. Hiranyagarbha is Samashti buddhi. Tat yachet shanta atmani. The last part of the mantra. This Hiranyagarbha, the Samashti buddhi, is resolved into Paramatma. This Hiranyagarbha, that is Samashti buddhi stands for the Sukshma Shrira and Karna Shrira, the end, everything. They are represented by the word, this Samashti, Sukshma Sharira. It means Avyakta also is included. Even though Avyakta is not mentioned, Avyakta also, it is included. So Samashti, Sukshma Sharira and Karna Sharira, both, that is Samashti Buddhi as well as Avyakta, tat niyachet, kutra shante atmani. Shante atmani, into the Atma which is Shanta. Shanta is what? Peaceful Atma. Atma is always peaceful only. Atma is always peaceful only. That is why we don't say when somebody passes away, rest in peace, we don't say. Atma is always in, it's at peace only. So we don't say rip. Can say Om Shanti or Hari Om. That is the right way of saying. The rip is not the right word. Atma being always Shanta only. Satchidananda Atma cannot be Ashanta. There is no Ashanta Satchit Ananda Atma. Atma is being Satyam, Nityam. It is always Sat, Chit, Ananda, Swarupaha Atma. Shanta Atma here it means the Atma which doesn't have any attributes. In the Vyavaharika, whatever attributes were superimposed on Atma, now this Atma is free from. It doesn't have those attributes. Attributeless Atma in its own Swarupa. That is Atma. Atma is always in its Swarupa, own Swarupa. It cannot have any attributes. It is only a superimposition. Now it is free from all those superimposition because you are resolving stage by stage and finally discovered this Atma, which is Nirguna Brahma. So Hiranyagarbha is resolved into Purusha, that is Atma, which is free from attributes. That is the reality, the Tattvam. So resolving Hiranyagarbha into Paramatma, it means to see that Hiranyagarbha doesn't exist apart from Brahma. Like dissolving the pot into clay. To see that pot has no existence apart from clay. Resolving the shirt into fabric. The shirt has no existence apart from fabric. And if you further probe, fabric has no existence apart from yarn. And yarn has no existence apart from the fiber. The fiber is the adhishtanam on which all these are superimposed. Clay is the adhishtanam on which all these are superimposed. Similarly, Atma is the adhishtanam, Brahma is the adhishtanam, and all these are superimposed on this Satchit Ananda Shanta Atma. Therefore, Shante Atmani Niyachet. Shante Atmani Niyachet. So, resolution is without disturbing the pot. Without disturbing the pot, we dissolve the pot into clay. How can you do that? Only when you understand the pot is Mithya, the clay is Satyam. Pot is as good, it is not there. What is there is only clay. This understanding, this is only understanding. This understanding, this appreciation is called dissolution. This is called dissolution. Resolution. This is called Niyachet. Niyachet, the Kriyapadam stands for this. Understanding that all these Anatma have existence, not separate from Atma. Hiranyagarbha not separate from Atma. Vyashti Buddhi not separate from Atma. Manas not separate from Atma. Indriyas not separate from Atma. All the elements out of which the Indriyas are born, they are also not separate from Atma. See, all the way it is Atma only. This is a Nididhyasana. Understanding this fact, seeing this fact with the support of the Shastra, resolving everything into the Nirguna Atma. That is Nididhyasana. That is what this mantra talks about. So, Yachedvang Manasi Prajnaha tadyachet jnana atmani mahati niyachet tadyachet shanta atmani. Iti the mantra says. So from this we understand this very clearly. Karanam is Atma. All the other things, the karyas, they are anatma. Anatma karya are resolved into Karana Atma. If you look at from the perspective of Karya Karanam, really speaking, there is no Karanam, there is no Karyam. There is no pot, there is only clay. To say that for pot, clay is the cause, that is only a perspective. From a particular perspective, you can say clay is the cause for the pot. But what is there is only pot only. Pot doesn't have separate existence from clay. But still we can say for our understanding, we can we can say we can have this connection, Karya Karana connection. It's only for our understanding from a different perspective. But Karya Karanam also, really speaking, not there. But this is the prakriya, Karya Karana prakriya. By Karya Karana prakriya, we try to understand what is there is only Atma, which is neither a Karanam nor a Karya, which cannot be a Karanam and cannot be a Karya, which is Karanam. And all the Karya, where are the Karyas? There are no Karyas at all. What is there is only Atma. So, therefore, that is the final stage. That is the final stage of understanding. Resolving even this prakriya, Karya Karana, that differentiation into Akaranam Atma. That is the final understanding. But still, as a prakriya, as a method to arrive at this understanding, we can use this Karya Karana prakriya. So, all the anatmas are many. Atma is only one. Atma also cannot say only one. What is there is only Atma. Here also it is only one, means that is from this standpoint of many we say it is only one. There is only Atma only. Anatmas are not different from Atma. Therefore, to say that there are many Anatmas and one Atma, that is also from a different perspective understanding. What is there is only Atma. So we cannot say one Atma. But when you say one Atma, you have to understand that is from the standpoint of many different Anatmas. So Karyams are different. Karanam is Atma. So Karyam Karane Niyachet. That is what the mantra says. All the Karya should be resolved into the Karanam. Karya should be viewed upon as the Karanam. Karana Rupena Pashet, Niyachet. That Pashet, the seeing, appreciating all the Karyas as not different from Karana. The effect is not separate from the cause. That is the understanding. That is Karyam Karanat na Anyaha. Karya is not different from Karana. What is there is only Atma. Karya is not different from Karana. When we say, we cannot say there is only Karanam also. The Karanam also is resolved into Atma. What is there is only Atma. Like resolving the shirt into fabric. So therefore, Karyam Karane Niyachet. That is what this mantra says. So starting from Vyashti up to Samashti and finally arriving at Atma. This is for Vidyasana. So we have to train our thinking, our mind to look upon the effect as not separate from the cause. The effect is not separate. Karyam Karanat na Anyaha. Iti Pashet. The entire Jagat, which is Karya, and the Karana is Ishvara. Therefore, the Jagat is not separate from Ishvara. The Jagat is Ishvara. The Srishti is the form of Ishvara. Purusha evedagum sarvam yadbhutam yacchabavyam. Purusha Suktam. The Jagat is not different from Bhagavan. Isha Bhasyabidagum Sarvang Yat Kincha Jagatya Jagat. The whole Jagat should be covered upon by Ishvara. It means by our knowledge. By our knowledge, we cover the whole Jagat as Ishvara. Understanding the Jagat is Jagat as Ishvara. Jagat as not different from Ishvara. That is the vision of the Shastram. Therefore, training the mind to look upon the Karyas not different from the Karanam. Yashti dissolving into Samashti. Yashti Samashti Vilapanam, that resolution. This is what the Shastra is meant for. That's why Shastra has to be studied. We saw before the creation, the Tanmatras were there. The Tanmatras, Apanchikrita Pancha Mahabhutebhyaha. So this from this Tanmatra only, all the Prana, Manaha, Buddhi, and then Karma, then Karmendriya, Jnanendriya, all this everything came into existence. So now resolving everything into its cause. Yashti Shariram, the physical body, should be resolved into its own causes. That is what happens when the body is cremated in the cremation ground. What happens to the Sula Shariram? It resolves back into the Pancha Mahabhutani. The Jagat is Stula Bhuta. The Jagat is Stula, that is Samashti, and Yashti also will merge into the Samashti, the Jagat. And Jagat is not separate from Ishvara, the Bhagavan. That is why we look upon everything as Ishvara. All the Pancha Mahabhuta is Ishvara. Everything is Ishvara. We don't leave anything. There is nothing amangalam. Starting from Akasha, everything is Ishvara. Even Akasha also we look upon as Bhagavan. Akasha Lingam we say. Everything is Ishvara. Starting from the Pancha Mahabhuta, 5 elements, and out of which the Samashti, Yashti body, and as well as the Samashti body, Shariram, came into existence. The whole body, the whole Jagat is the body of Ishvara, Virat Rupa Ishvara. So therefore, it is Ishvara alone. All the way it is Ishvara alone. All the way it is Ishvara alone. If everything is Ishvara, then everything is in order. Everything is in the order, and the order is Ishvara. Therefore, Dharma, therefore Dharma, therefore Karma, therefore Karma Yoga. To know that this entire Jagat is not different from Ishvara and following the order, not disturbing the harmony of the order. That is called Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is meant for understanding this order. So, this entire Jagat, which is the order of Ishvara, which is Ishvara's knowledge, all knowledge. Ishvara is all knowledge. What about you, the Jivatma? Jivatma also all knowledge. But here the all knowledge is obstructed. Is inhibited. That has to go. That has to be removed. That is why Shastram study and we do this Vidyasanam. Therefore, we do this Vidyasanam. Therefore, this is a very beautiful mantra. It says the resolution. The resolution, not a physical resolution. It is understanding, appreciating the Karana Atma as not different from Karya Prapancha. Now we can get into the Bhashyam. Yachet, Yachet, Upasamharet. Yachet is giving so many equivalent Kriya Padam. I can give more also. Niyamaget, Nirundyat. Can give. So Yachet is equal to Niyachet, which is equal to Upasamharet. Then Kaha Prajnaha. Viveki. That is a person. Viveki Purushaha. Vidwan. Jnani. We can understand the word. Extend the word to also. Vidwan Jnani iti. Kim
Kim
Vagvacham.
Vagvacham
Okay. Yes. Vagvacham. Can you hear me?
Yes.
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 Yes, yeah, we hear you now.
After that, I didn't say anything. Power went and came. And somebody mic, I think, whatever, just mic. I can hear my. Okay. I don't have UPS, so when it goes, maybe also it goes away. It's okay. Anyway, it will come back immediately. This is not new. Every class it happens. So I'm also used to it. You also have to be used to this. So niyachet, upasamharet, prajnaha, kaha, prajnaha viveki. Kim, what? So niyachet is equal to, echet is equal to niyachet is equal to upasamharet. All these are this akya, this synonyms, verbal synonyms. That is the prajna, the viveki purusha should resolve. Ling lakara is used. Ling lakara, resolve. That is the person who has this viveka of atma anatma. Resolve. Resolve what? Kim? Vak vacham. Vak is vacham. Vak is the organ of speech. Vak is vacham. Niyachet. What should he resolve? Vak. That is vacham. Into what? That will come later. Bhashyakara himself will say. We will see that. First now, Vak. He should resolve Vak. Then the next line. Vag atra
Atra
upalakshanartha sarvesham indriyanam.
Upalakshanartha sarvesham indriyanam.
Vag atra upalakshanartha. 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 This is nartha. Upalakshanartha only. Akara anta. Strilinga. Why it is Strilinga? Because Vak is Strilinga. Therefore, Vak atra upalakshanartha. It is only a upalakshana. Upalakshyate anena iti upalakshanam. It stands for all the other indriyas. Sarvesham indriyanam upalakshanartha Vak iti. It stands for all the other indriyas. Now, who should resolve? Prajnaha. What should he resolve? Vak. Into what? That is what the next sentence. Kva
Kwa
manasi
manasi
manasi iti chandasam dairyam.
iti chandasam dhairyam.
Manasi, 2 times repeated, not 2 times. One is manasi, which is in the moolam, the mantra. Manasi, long, dirgai. And second manasi is manasi, rasvahi. Rasvahi plus iti becomes manasi iti. Okay. That it's not the same time, same type manasi repeated 2 times. No. Manasi, dirgai, manasi, rasvahi, manasi. Rasvahi, that is manasi is saptami bhakti ekavachanam. Why it is then dirgai in the mantra manasi iti? It is chandas. It is chandasam dairgyam. Dirgasya bhavaha dairgyam tadita. Dirgasya bhavaha. It is dirga. Why? Because it is chandasam. Dairgyam, that is elongation. The matra elongation, it is only Vaidika. It is a Vaidika usage. Then the next line. Tacha manaha
मनः
चेत् ज्ञाने
ज्ञाने
प्रकाशस्वरूपे
प्रकाशस्वरूपे
बुद्धौ आत्मनि.
बुद्धौ आत्मनि.
Yes, this line. Tat cha manaha. Tat stands for manaha. Tat cha, it is there in the moolam. Stands for manaha. Tat stands for manaha. Tat manaha yachet, resolve. Where jnane, jnane is, what is jnane? How do you know? How do you know jnana stands for buddhi? Unless Bhashyakara says we don't know. Bhashyakara says jnane prakashasvarupe buddhau atmani. He says that's what we know it. Buddhau. So jnane is equal to buddhau in the buddhi. Buddhi. Saptami vibhakti ekavachan. Buddhau. Jnane is equal to buddhau. Jnane buddhau. In the buddhi. What buddhi? Prakashasvarupe buddhi. The buddhi which is prakashasvarupa, which is kasha, which is shining. Prakashasvarupa. Prakasham swarupam. Yasyaha buddhyaha sa. Buddhi whose nature is prakashasvarupa. Why it is? Buddhi is as predominance of sattva. That is why it is prakasha. Mind, we saw the mind, buddhi, all these are sattva, sattva pradhana. Sattva is dominant. Compared to manas, buddhi has got more sattva. How do we know? Because the resolving mind into buddhi. Therefore, buddhi must be more sattva. Buddhi, mind and buddhi both are sattva only. Both are made of, both are predominantly sattva guna. The sattva aspect of all the panchamukha bhuta combine and they form the manas and all we have studied. Even though mind, buddhi, sattva, but buddhi is more sattva we have to know. Why? Because mind thinks, but buddhi decides. That buddhi, functionally buddhi dominates. Therefore, buddhi has predominance of sattva. Therefore, prakasha swarupa. Sattvam is more, therefore, prakasha swarupa. So, prakasha swarupam yasyaha sa buddhyaha. Yasyaha sa. Tasmin buddhau atmani. It is Bahuvrihi Samasa. Prakasha Swarupe Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachanam goes along with buddhau. And it is, buddhi is referred to here, jnane atmani. Atmani also, it is, goes along with this buddhi only. Jnane atmani is buddhau. Buddhi is referred. Buddhi is referred by the word atma and it has got an adjective jnana. Jnane atmani. Knowledge, buddhi. Buddhi is knowledge. Jnana is only an visheshana. But atma, the word is used for buddhi. You have to note, the word atma is used in different meanings. But the Shastram in different contexts. Atma can mean the body also. Atma can mean mind. Atma can mean buddhi. Atma can mean Sachit Ananda Atma also. Or Atma can be the reflexive pronoun. So the word Atma is used in different meanings. You have to know the meaning depending on the context. Therefore, the Sankalpa Vikalpatmakam Manaha Tat Manaha Jnane Atmani Buddhau Niyachet. Prakasha Swarupe Buddhau Atmani Niyachet iti. And the word buddhi is further explained. Bhashyakara further explains what this buddhi is. Buddhihi hi
hi
mana adi karanani
mana
adi karanani
apnoti
apnoti
iti atma pratyaktesham.
iti atma
pratyaksham.
Bhashyakara explains what buddhi also. Why the word buddhi is referred by the word atma here. Why? Because the buddhi, it pervades all the indriyas, karana. It pervades all the indriyas, like the mind pervades. Mana adi karanani apnoti. Buddhihi I mana adi karanani apnoti iti atma pratyaktesha. This apnoti, the word apnoti, ap means yaptau, to pervade. Ap means to pervade. Vyaptau, ap vyaptau. Dhatu is apnoti. So, from the word apnoti, we get the word vyapnoti, apnoti. From this ap dhatu, the word atma is derived. This dhatu, atma is derived. Atati, atma, at dhatu also. Sometimes atati, satatvam gacchati iti atma. Apnoti, vyapnoti iti atma. This is the word atma is derived from ap dhatu. Apnoti, vyapnoti. So this dhatu, manin pratyaya is added, and the pakara will be replaced by takara adesha. So you get the word atma. So apnoti, vyapnoti, sarvamiti atma. That which pervades everything is called atma. That is why atma is all pervading. Why? Because apnoti, vyapnoti, sarvam. Here the word buddhi is referred by the word atma. Why? Because mana adi karanani apnoti. It pervades the mana adi, the organs like indriya, karanani, indriya, as well as the mind. Karana means instrument. Karana means instrument. What instrument? Sense organs as well as the mind. So it pervades the instruments like the mind and sense organs, etc. It pervades the karanam, that is mind, and also the indriya. Indriya is also karanam. Jnanendriya. Karma indriya is also karanam. So buddhi pervades the mind, jnanendriya and karma indriya. Apnoti. All are karanams, and buddhi pervades all the karanam. As what? As karta. Therefore, the word atma stands for buddhi, because it pervades all the karanams. Karanams are the instrument, and the handler of the instrument is the karta. Therefore, karta buddhi, since it pervades everything, therefore it is referred by the word atma. How beautifully he says, connects the word, the atma to buddhi. So therefore, being all pervasive. All pervasive means here, all pervading, pervasive to all the karanams. All the karanams are pervaded by this buddhi. Since buddhi pervades all the karanams, therefore buddhi is called atma, and the buddhi is pratyak. Pratyak means it is superior, which is the karanam. Therefore, tesham, for them, since it is pratyak, since it is pratyak, buddhi is pratyak, therefore it is referred by the word atma. Iti. Then the next line. Jnanam.
Jnanam.
Buddhim.
Buddhim.
Atmani mahati.
Atmani
Mahati.
Pratamaje niyachet.
Prathamaje
Niyachet.
Pratamajavat.
Pratamajavat.
Swachha svabhavakam atmanaha.
Swabhavakam atmanaha.
Vijnanam apadayet ityarthaha.
Vijnanam apadayet ityarthaha.
This line. Jnanam. That is, Jnanam stands for buddhi. Jnanam is equal to buddhim. Because in the Moolam, Jnanam, the word is there. Jnanam stands for buddhi. Jnanam Atmani Mahati. That is Mahati. The total, the complete, the total Atma, which is Hiranyagarbha. Mahanatma. And Bhashyakara says, Pratamaje. What is Pratamaja? Agamasmit Pratamaja Ratasya. You heard somewhere? Taittiriya Upanishad. Pratamaja is firstborn. Brahma Devanam Pratamas Sambhabhuva Hiranyagarbha. So, Pratamam Jayate, the one who is born first, Pratamaja. What is born first? Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is born first. From the Karanam, this Sukshma came into existence first. Hiranyagarbha, which is the Karanam for the entire Srishti. Therefore, Hiranyagarbha, Pratamaje, Hiranyagarbhe, Atmani, Magati. All means same. Atmani Magati is equal to Pratamaje. Pratamaje is Hiranyagarbha. Niyachet, resolve. Resolve the Jnanam, that is Buddhi, Buddhim, Atmani, Pratamaje, Magati Atmani, Niyachet. This Yashti Buddhi should be resolved into the Samashti Buddhi. Yashti Buddhi has no existence apart from the Samashti Buddhi. Therefore, appreciating that the individual is not separate from the total. That is the resolution. Pratamajavat, like Hiranyagarbha. Pratamajavat, like Hiranyagarbha. Svacha Svabhavakam Atmanaha Vijnanam Apadayet Ityartaha. Apadayet. Apadayet means pad dhatu. Apadayet. One should make what? Svacha Svabhavakam Atmanaha Vijnanam. Svacha, pure. Svachaha Svabhavaha Yasya Saha Svacha Svabhavakam Vijnanam qualifies Vijnanam. Therefore, Vijnanam here, Jnana is Buddhi. So, Svacha Svabhavakam Atmanaha Vijnanam. That is, Atmanaha is what Atmanaha here? Atma is not here. Sachidananda Atma. Atma is reflexive pronoun. Once Atmanaha Vijnanam means once Jnanam, once Buddhi. Vijnanam means Buddhi here. Vijnanam is Buddhim. Once Buddhim. Svacha Svabhavakam. Svacha Svabhavakam. Pratamajavat Svacha Svabhavakam. Like the Hiranyagarbha, which is Svacha Svabhava, whose Buddhi is pure. Whose Buddhi is pure. Hiranyagarbha is firstborn. He doesn't have any raga dvesha. There is no abhimana also. There is no abhimana with the Vyashti. I mean, this Vyashti Shariram is not there. Therefore, it's complete, is total. Therefore, that identification as individual is not there. Raga dvesha is not there. Mamakara is not there. Agankara is not there. Vyashti abhimana is not there. Because being samashti, that is a svacha svabhavakam. Kasya pratamajasya, that is pratamajavat. Like the Hiranyagarbha, which has this svacha svabhavakam, like that, Atmanaha Vijnanam Apadayet. One should make one's buddhi also like that. One should make one's buddhi also svacha svabhavakam iti. Then only samashti can be, then only Ishvara can be appreciated. Total can be appreciated. To understand the total, one should be relatively become bigger. One should expand oneself to understand the total. Total is free from all the impurity. Raga dvesha, not the total is Bhagavan. Bhagavan doesn't have any impurity. Bhagavan doesn't have raga dvesha. Being Bhagavan, is being all pervasive. It doesn't have ahankara, mamakara. Doesn't have. There's some disturbance. Okay. Bhagavan doesn't have ahankara, mamakara, being total. To understand the total, one must be relatively free from the notion of being a Vyashti, the individual, the Vyashti abhimana. From that, one should relatively come out and expand oneself, understanding and appreciating the total. That's Svabhava, Apadayet. That is why Pashakara says, Svacha Svabhavakam Atmana Vijnanam Apadayet Ityartha. This is the intended meaning. Iti. I think we can stop here. The last line we will see. We will see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवादः जी.
You understand the class?
Yes, dear.
Yes.
धन्यवादः.